Alright, hello beautiful people. Guess what? Today is going to be my last and final succulent video because the holidays are coming and I think I've learned as much as I can about succulents, and today I'm going to be departing all of my wisdom. I'm going to show you the very best succulent video I've ever made. Okay, get ready for it, okay? Get ready for it. Be ready for it. You ready for it? Okay. This video is going to be an all-inclusive video that's going to entail the complete 100% life cycle of a baby succulent. I'm going to take you through all the different stages of leaf propagation, all the way up to full adult healthy plant that's ready to be planted outdoors, outside in full 100% sunshine. So, I've learned so much over the last couple of years from the greatest YouTube channels ever on succulent growing. But you know what? I'm finished. I'm over it. I took about 100 plants and built a little succulent farm of about 1,200 succulents. And so we're done. My husband's over it for sure. Okay, before we get started, you might want to go back to one of my previous videos, the one that showed you how to make one of these really neat water towers. Anyway, this is the only way that I do leaf propagation now. Take any plastic container and solder holes in it, and then just put your cute little succulent leaf right inside the hole, and this produces amazing results. Within 1 week's time, I was getting little baby succulents this size popping right off the leaf. So it is a fantastic way to propagate. In today's video, I'm going to take you through the entire life cycle of a baby succulent. We'll start out with leaf propagation with the water bottle method of propagation, and I'll show you the various stages of growth, beginning with these tiny cute little baby succulents like this, and we'll end with the final stage of a full-grown healthy succulent, like these adult succulents that are on my back patio right now. Before we get started, I just want to talk to you guys about the water bottle propagation method. This is only 1 week's growth, and it is an amazing method of propagation, and also it allows you to skip that one step of letting the leaves callus over. It's just amazing. All right, in this video, I'm taking you through all of the stages of leaf propagation. So first step, you find a leaf, whether it has fallen off of a healthy plant or you pull a leaf. With this water tower propagation method, you no longer have to let the leaf callus over. You want to go ahead and just put it right into one of the holes that you have prepared on the water bottle and put the lid on. Don't forget to put about half a cup of water in your water bottle, and that water bottle needs to be set in a warm window. All right, so I am pulling the 1 week's growth out of one of the water bottle towers right now. I'm pulling anything that has any kind of growth, and that's anything, including just a root system, a healthy succulent baby with a root system, or just a healthy succulent. So with this method, you kind of get all three combinations. And part of the issue, or part of the challenge right now, is you don't want to leave them in there too long, because this method of propagation really works well. Here's a situation where I had a really hard time pulling this mother leaf out because the baby succulent was already larger than the hole in the plastic. So please remember to take your leaves out within 1 to 2 weeks. All right, now we're at the next step of the propagation phase. Once you've pulled out your leaves that have any kind of growth, remember, give them only about 1 to 2 weeks in the water towers. All right, so what you want to do then is bury their root system in the soil in a small tray, and I like to use cactus or succulent soil. And even though it looks a little bit crowded, I think it's fine because these succulents are only going to be in this tray for 1 to 2 weeks, because I will transplant them into their own pot soon afterwards. So once you've loaded up a tray, you want to go ahead and mist it every single morning, and you want to place this tray of baby succulents in a warm, sunny window. Before we go into the next phase, I want to talk to you a little bit about soil. I learned over at Soul Sugar Succulents with Anne Marie that she's starting to utilize a calcium-based soil, and she's using crushed eggshells. I agree. It works great, so try it. All right, next phase. When your baby succulents that are still connected to the mother leaf are still really healthy and still fairly new, that is the point that you want to drop each separate leaf into its own little pot or into its own little area of soil. The reason I like to transition the succulents at this stage into their own pot or own area of soil is because they need really good airflow and they need their own soil in order to grow a healthy root system. The tray that you're looking at right now is about 2 months worth of growth. They've all been detached from the mother leaf and have been growing successfully on their own. I'm going to go ahead and start misting them because they're large enough to repot in their own mini pot now, and they are getting ready to be put outside. Because all garden zones are different, the best rule of thumb that I use is when the succulent is about 1 inch in diameter, I go ahead and transition it to a new pot. I spritz its root system, and then I drop it in on top of a pre-moistened soil base. And when it's all ready to go, when I've tamped it down and it's ready to go, it's safe to put into a nice, bright, sunny window, and it won't dry out anytime soon. Okay, we're almost finished. If all goes according to plan, your baby succulent should look like this at about the 2 to 3 month mark. And if that's the case, your succulent is large enough and healthy enough to be potted in a new container and placed outdoors. So what I like to do is, again, pre-moisten the soil and pull the succulent out, drop it on top of the moistened soil, and voila, your baby succulent is now a full-grown adult and is probably ready for outdoor sun. However, you must learn to acclimate your plants to full all-day sunshine. And sometimes that means just allowing it to be outdoors for a couple of hours a day. Okay, beautiful people, if you made it this far, congratulations. Now let's do a recap. Turn a water bottle into a propagation tower, insert the succulent leaves, and then repot into soil in 1 to 2 weeks. Transfer the baby succulent into its own soil and eventually into its own pot to establish a root system, then acclimate and put outside. Wow, I raised a succulent farm, and I couldn't have done it without Ruthie's succulent obsession and Soul Sugar Succulents. Thanks, ladies. Don't forget to look out for my upcoming home decor, craft tutorials, comedy, polysciops, and those amazing 80s dance videos. Well, look who finally showed up. It's Gigi Girl. Hey, I want to thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.